Howdy once again, folks, and welcome back to another episode of upcoming indie games we are excited for. This week covering May 1st through the 7th of 2023. The April showers are behind us and it's time for indie flowers. Before we bite into all those delicious indie morsels, we want to take a moment to thank our sponsor this week, GameHollywood. Have you checked out GameHollywood.com yet? We've featured a bunch of games that their service offers right here at I Dream of Indie Games, and it's an easy way to play right through any web browser. They have a large variety of games to choose from right now, including Dark Odyssey, Game of Thrones, League of Angels Pact, and many more. They have a variety of genres to choose between, including action, adventure, role-playing, strategy, and even more casual games after a stressful day at the office. Or maybe you're like me and you like to sneak video games on the clock while pretending to go to the bathroom. Don't tell my boss, okay? Want to slay dragons or become an angel warrior? Do you need to escape the realities of this harsh world and dive into a fantastical adventure every now and then? GameHollywood has you covered. GameHollywood also has many games available on mobile like Robot Tactics X, Bomb Me, and Eternal Fury. Even better, many of these games are free to play, as is making an account. From epic online RPGs to shooting some pool with friends or even racing a stallion, the variety of games available on the GameHollywood platform is impressive indeed, and you don't even need a fancy graphics card to run any of these titles. So then, head on over to GameHollywood.com or use the link in our description box below to begin your fantastical journey today. Once again, a very special thanks to the folks over at GameHollywood for sponsoring this week's video and supporting independent content. But now, my friends, you know what time it is. That's right, it's time for the indies. So I was looking for all the turtles in this game when I was watching the trailer, and then I read the Steam page a little bit closer and realized, holy shit, you are literally building a world on top of the turtle. Now that's interesting and can only happen with indie games, let me tell you. But World Turtles is a city builder that will be entering early access on May 1st of 2023. I'll admit I'm usually not the city builder guy around here, but this just looked so damn interesting that I kind of want to give it a go. Same date, but a much different genre here. We have Ethyrial Echoes of Yore, an MMORPG with great ambition for an indie, but that same low-poly look that I've seen in so many other indie games. I am getting a little burnt out on that, but I'm not going to hold it entirely against this release because it does seem to have some pretty cool combat. I could see this one being a bit of a sleeper for folks. If you could get some friends together, do some quests, that kind of thing, could be fun. This week is staying weird, I guess. We've gone from turtles to now witches. The Witch of Fern Island also on the 1st. This is like a cozy, casual little life sim, but you have a witch as your lead character. She seems completely out of place in this world, and now she's trying to learn farming. She's got her own little village going on. She's building, she's crafting, all sorts of stuff. It's kind of cute. They are going the early access route here, but they're saying consoles later. I'm curious how this one ends up actually playing. I'm definitely intrigued, to say the least. I'm starting to feel like this is a glitch in the Matrix or something, but there is indeed a 4th game being published by Freedom Games. Have they just decided to unload every single release on May 1st this year? I don't know what's going on, but either way, all the games have looked pretty cool, including Monster Tribe, which is a tactical RPG. I quite like the pixel art style that they're going for, but as you know, I'm a sucker for pixel art. The turn-based combat looks interesting enough. There are 72 of these creatures to be gathered, and they're putting a heavy emphasis on the story too, so hopefully it all comes together to create a neat little under-the-radar indie. Jeez Louise, I don't think I've ever seen this before in the history of this channel. I've been doing this for nearly 4 years. But here we are, 5 in a row from Freedom Games. The Dead Await Prologue is launching. This is a survival RPG. It's got deck building elements, has some crafting going on, but of course the big selling point here is zombies. Are we gonna get a 6th from this publisher? What is going on May 1st? Remember the 1st of May? No, that's not how that phrase goes. Unbelievable, folks. Here we are, 6 games being published by Freedom Games on the 1st of May. Unbelievable. City of Beats is up next. This is an action roguelike with a heavy emphasis on the music. You want to stay into a flow state, keep the rhythm of a beat while you shoot away at enemies. The colorful looking graphics look okay. The gameplay will really be the determining factor here because, well, if the songs aren't good and if it doesn't flow well, the game probably won't be fun to play. But if it can, then this one might be worth checking out. Did any of y'all used to point and laugh at some garbage reality TV back in the day? I sure did. MTV. I miss the old days of music videos and all that. Anyways, you can be a contestant of your own on Showgunners, a game that takes place on a reality game show of sorts in the future. This is a turn-based tactics game. There's some strategy elements to it as well. It all looks a little bit crazy and over the top, and I'm here for it.
Holographic trickery to apparently swap places with an enemy.
He's constantly putting them on the defensive, which can be key to making it through the season alive.
Of course, it can't argue with sheer strength, demonstrated by the Warden.
Or you could take another tack and become almost invisible like Phantom does when things get too hot. There are plenty of ways to survive, but even more ways to die.
It's not all about combat, though, is it?
Honestly, I'd spend as much time with the fans as possible.
Which can lead to better rewards in the actual competition.
Exactly. And the other thing I'd always be keeping my eye out for is the show director to shake things up at the worst possible time.
What about all those puzzles and traps?
They're nothing to sneeze at, Joe, that's for sure. Brain power's almost as important as firepower down there.
Well, one thing's for sure, nothing's for sure on Showgunners! Wishlist Showgunners before it arrives on May 2nd.
A mix of first-person shooting and real-time strategy awaits us next in Silica. I will probably be okay at the first-person shooting part of this game and then really bad at the RTS part, so I don't exactly know what to make of this, but I love the visuals and I want to give it a try.
When we first landed there, We thought we were alone. We could not be more wrong.
Now we are speaking my language with an open world action RPG, kind of has some platforming elements to it. This is KAKU Ancient Seal, which is also entering early access. This will be out on the 3rd here in North America, it looks like, but the 4th in other territories. But it looks great. I love the artistic direction that they're going with here. I'm a little concerned about the optimization because based on this trailer, I can already see a few dips here or there, but early access, you kind of know what to expect. I'm still excited to try it.
Everything will go down in flames! Dust.
Feel the roar of the wind! The raging waves will swallow you up.
Who amongst you was a fan of zany, over-the-top sports arcade games, like, say, NFL Blitz or NBA Jam? Well, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting here with Tape to Tape. The game has a cute, colorful graphical style, the animations look fun, and the attitude appears to be there. Let's hope that the core hockey gameplay is solid and it scores a goal! Is that more of a hockey thing or a soccer thing? I don't know. I'm a football guy. There were some more releases this week, but honestly, nothing that was really getting me all that excited, so I didn't include them in this list. But let me know in the comments below if I've missed anything that you're looking forward to playing for the week of May 1st through the 7th. As for now, I'm gonna get out of here and get back to work on reviews and everything else going on here at I Dream of Indie Games. Help us bring a voice to the voiceless ones in gaming at patreon.com/idreamofindiegames, and we will defeat the gaming echo chamber together. Thank you for your continued support of clickbait-free independent content, and I'll talk to you all soon. Enjoy the indies this week and beyond.